I was saying that like I'm terrible at talking about myself or trying to make myself some fantastic magical unicorn whatever, because I that's part of what having an EPK and presenting yourself on a website in our industry is all about. And I hate it, dude. I'm so bad at it. So when he sent me that the final version of that, and he was like, "Did you take a look at it?" And I was like, "Yeah." Because I did. I was just like, popped it up on the phone. I'm like, boop. Yeah. I was like, bet. Great. Sounds good.
You didn't proofread it.
I didn't proofread shit on there. I did not. Nope.
Damn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first. Just a Tip DJ podcast with your boy DJ Dez.
There it is.
I got Ricky Rico.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Good to be back. Good to be back.
And I also got Netix here with me.
What is happening?
6. And today's guest for episode 6 is going to be Justin Taylor,
yes,
DJ JT. He has been DJing for over 30 years, my man, since 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, going on 30. Yeah, going on 30. Just getting there. Just getting there.
Yeah.
Woo.
Started just like our buddy Josh. He's actually friends with Josh as well. Started in a skating rink as well. He's done over 800 weddings, countless corporate events. JT, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, man.
Bro, good to have you, bro. Good to have you.
No.
Welcome to the table, man. Welcome to the table.
Glad to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
I'm amongst friends and family, so don't judge me too hard, okay?
Nah. Hey, it's a judgment-free zone, bro.
All right,
Just
all
pretty
right.
safe space, all that.
We
You
good,
already
we
know.
Good, we good.
Well, since you've been DJing for so long, we already know that you are a local DJ. You're from out of state. You play out of state. What do you like most? Do you like playing home? Do you like playing? Because I know you're in South Carolina sometimes. I know you're in North Carolina sometimes. I know you're in Georgia. You're back up in Michigan. You're all over the place. What do you like the most right now?
So for me, that's kind of like it's a hard question to answer because there are positives and negatives no matter where you go, because the crowd's a little bit different everywhere. So like, and I'm sure that you guys have probably experienced this being in our market, because Orlando has a bunch of tourists, and when we're playing, sometimes the audience, while we are in the same venue, the audience, half of them are different than the ones that were there from the week prior, what have you. But that being said, like, stuff that works here in Florida doesn't necessarily work in South Carolina, North Carolina, or a lot of the other places, and you kind of have to be able to adapt quickly to what is happening inside of the crowd. And for me, I love that challenge.
Okay.
So as much as I love my venues and stuff that I service here in the local area and play on a regular basis, and I'm a proponent of relationships and building, sustaining, and being part of a team structure inside of those venues. And every venue that I go into, I know everybody by a first name basis. We're all homies. We hang out after work type of stuff. As much as I love being able to be inside of those venues and do stuff for them, I personally enjoy the challenge of being able to play outside of that comfort zone, so to speak, and to just be challenged, essentially.
So last weekend was Memorial Day weekend. Where were you?
So Memorial Day weekend, I was at Coyote Ugly in Daytona.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've procured the building right next door to theirs, and there's a door that passes through between the two locations, and they've completely gutted it and transformed it into an actual club. So it's got VIP seating, they do bottle service, brand new. They got a lighting rig in there with lights. I actually, because I've been doing this for as long as I have, I actually know DMX, so I went in and thanks.
About to lose their mind in Coyote Ugly.
Yeah. I went in and programmed the lights and the confetti machines and all that stuff with, quick,
Well, damn.
yeah, buttons and all the bullshit and, all the things. I'm trying to do my best to be a contributing member of that team to help build that space, because I personally feel like it's really nice. Outside of like everything that I've played, and I've been to all of the Daytona venues since the mid to late 90s. I played in all of them.
Okay.
And I really like the space. I like the people that are there, and all that kind of stuff. So I was there for the Memorial Day weekend. Saturday I took off. I had some family stuff that I needed to deal with, and then Sunday and Monday I just had a me and the fiance day.
Okay.
Hey, so,
What y'all do?
oh yeah, go ahead.
What y'all do this weekend?
Oh, us? Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought you were talking JT. Oh,
No, I'm
yeah.
talking about what y'all do this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. Okay, so
What would y'all do for Memorial Day weekend?
So actually, I had a
I'm bringing it
couple-
to y'all.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. We trying something different this time, baby boy.
Hey, okay. Hey, well, that's very nice of you. All right, so let's see. Memorial Day weekend. Actually was working most of the weekend, minus Sunday and Monday. But I was covering for a good friend on Friday night. First time being in a downtown Atlanta room in a while.
Okay.
So that was cool. Just get my hands wet out there. I specifically like this room that I was at on Friday because it's one of the, in my opinion, it's one of the very few rooms in our market downtown that you can still really play pure open format.
Yeah.
And I'm
sure.
talking about anything from punk rock to like EDM.
Anything goes.
Yeah. So
That's the one thing about that room. Anything can go.
Oh yeah.
I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it before, so.
Oh yeah. I thoroughly do enjoy. It takes a minute to come up because there's so many venues in that one area. So it does take a second for that room to get packed. But that just makes it that much more fun when you get to it. And then the following day I had a wedding. So I had to handle that, get that out of the way. And then Sunday, kicked it to Tampa, went to see some DJ homies out there, enjoyed, the vibes out there by the beach. The weather was perfect this weekend, so I couldn't ask for anything better. Monday, same thing, just enjoy some time by the water with friends and family. Kicked it out, right back at it this week.
What you notice?
So Friday and Saturday I was in my regular residencies, pretty much just nothing out of the ordinary. Sunday I took a recovery day off just to relax, wind down,
What were you recovering from?
just everything overall life.
JT cares.
Monday I was with family just out by the water, by the beach, and it was just a laid back weekend.
Yo, was that grill lit? Because, I'll be watching you on that grill. I'm just saying. If for the listeners,
We haven't got invited over to his new house yet.
yeah,
either.
listen, if y'all thought, I know
wait,
y'all be
he moved?
clowning me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yup.
got a whole house now, bro.
Y'all clown me for cooking, but this man right here,
He hasn't even invited us to the housewarming or nothing.
There hasn't been
He
a
got-
housewarming.
He got family from Colombia that's been over that house. We haven't even been over that
All the
house.
way from Columbia?
All the
All
way
the
from
way.
Colombia.
bro, I'm,
Oh, that's coming
Bitch, I'm
soon. That's
20 minutes from you, dog.
oh shit, we got the first episode beef, yo. Let's go.
No, the
I mean-
barbecue's coming. The barbecue's coming. Housewarming barbecue is coming soon.
Coming soon.
I know I've been saying that
For months.
Yeah, but it's coming for sure.
Since
You gotta-
December.
I still got a couple little things to work on in the backyard and everything. So
I'm pretty sure he's got a whole farm back there.
By
I'm
now.
pretty sure he got a butcher shop at his house. If y'all go follow DJ Nex on Instagram, you'll see.
Netix official.
Y'all will see at Netix official. Get hungry.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, it was pretty chill weekend.
I had a pretty chill weekend.
What about you,
just
Des?
Stayed at home. I played Saturday night. Cover for one of the homies.
Okay, cool.
Over on Sand Lake, and I was tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was tired. Worked here at the shop for 8 hours.
Then hit it
Took
straight
a
to the set.
shower and went straight to the gig. And I showed up
Be like that, man.
showed up a whole hour early before my shift even started because the traffic stated red at the exit.
Ooh, yeah.
And I said, okay, well, let me leave it just a little early. Let me get some gas. Let me ease my way over there. Sure enough, it took me off of Kirkman and just said go around. It'll be quicker. And still showed up a whole hour early.
Yep.
So I had to sit in the parking lot for 30 minutes.
You didn't get no food?
No, because I don't like to eat before I DJ. Because if I eat before I DJ, I'm going to go to sleep.
I get that too.
man.
I get the itis.
Do all y'all get the
Yeah.
itis before you eat?
If I eat before I DJ,
Right
I
before-
definitely
Right before I-
If
yeah,
we
I
say
can't do
before
this.
DJ, we talk about within that hour time span.
Yep.
Listen,
the
even
long-
during.
Yeah.
Even during. Like, I don't. Listen, this place, we get a $50 food tab.
I'm saying,
Right,
you get
listen.
to eat over there.
I know I can eat over there. I take it all home, and then they also messed up my order.
Oh.
So listen,
That's
okay.
the worst because you don't even check it. You just take it
No,
home and you
no,
open
no.
it when you
No,
get
I
home.
got everything
Oh,
that I
damn, I got a
want.
kids meal? Fuck.
We're
No,
not dropping
no.
restaurant names here either.
No, we're
It's-
not.
it's a
No,
place-
no, we're not.
Be a very
It is on Sand Lake, though.
But no, so
All the out of Orlando people watching this, like, what the fuck are they talking about right now?
so the bartender, I'm like, oh, can I get this for here, this for here, this to go? It was the reverse.
That was a big order, bro.
It's $50. I mean,
He
bro,
said, I'm getting my tab work tonight, baby.
no, because here's the thing. Listen.
That's part of your income,
I
bro.
tell DJs, it's part of your income, and I tell DJs this all the time. I'm like, if they have food, take it to go. Because if you're not spending on the tab and they start noticing that no one's buying, if you have a rotation of DJs,
Okay, I'm interested in this. Hold on.
right?
go ahead.
Think about this, right? And I've lost tabs because DJs don't
Use them?
they either don't use them or they over the limit of the tab and then they don't pay the remaining balance. And that's happened at a few of my venues. So we even talked in a group chat like, hey, can y'all renegotiate this? Because I don't feel that it's worth the amount of money to me to play there without the free food. Because I don't drink anymore. I stopped drinking 4 years ago. So if I can get $50 worth of food, that's lunch for the rest of the week. That's how I look at it.
I mean, I never.
You know.
Okay. So
That's how I look at it.
this is interesting because I've actually never heard this point of because I think all four of us actively, if not, are still covering restaurant style gigs, right?
Yeah.
So, especially, I know you know a lot of people in the restaurant industry where you'll play those gigs, JT. So,
Oh yeah,
do you agree? You agree with this?
100%, dude.
Okay.
I use it, bro. Listen, I don't know what some bitch.
Listen. I won't call her. No.
Listen.
She's not that. I can understand where bartenders or waitresses, they get a little tired too. They've been there all day too, so I get it. It's fine. The food was correct. It was just what was supposed to be to go was supposed to be here.
Oh, I didn't mean to messing up the food. I didn't mean to messing up the food.
Talk about the
I
tab
think you were
counter.
I'm talking about the tab. I was talking about walking out on the tab, bro.
Oh, gotcha.
We're all service industry. You know what I mean?
right.
We are service industry.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you slice it. We're service industry. Those people behind that bar, the people in the kitchen, the management, the staff, those are our family. Those are our people. You know what I mean? When you walk out on a tab, bro,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah, yeah. So you're
a special
truly-
kind of human, you know what I
You're truly
mean?
an asshole if you do that.
You're
Dead
right.
ass. You're truly an asshole if you do that, especially if you're not taking care of people who are working with you.
100%.
Then I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but to answer your question, now that I have stated that statement right there,
Yeah.
I
Yo, it's getting hot in this
it's
pile.
getting-
Yo,
no.
I'm,
10 minutes in, bro. It's getting
And I get what you're saying because here's the thing. Like, even for me, like, even if I get a free tab at any of the places I play at,
Okay.
if I have cash, I'll give them cash.
100%.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't,
Take care of it, take care
and
of
I'll
it.
give them $5. I'm like, hey, thank you. They're like, oh, you don't have to give me something. I'm like, no. Listen, you still put my order in. We're working together. You're making money. I'm making money. $5. It's the appreciation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
thanks.
if they're not sharing tips, I will do like a Venmo or a Cash App or Zelle to them. $5. Here you go. Thank you very much. Whatever. Every little bit counts. You know what I mean? Or if I get tipped for DJing, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me just give them to the bartender anyways because I don't, whatever.
I don't want to cut you off. Have you ever done that and they just look at you like, what is this? Like have they been
Like in
unappreciative of, like, let's just say you threw them 5. Like, hey, I got 5 right now. You know, I'm not even the resident.
No, I
here.
don't think
I'm
so.
I'm just here's $5. You know what I mean?
I
And they
don't-
look at you like,
I don't think they've been unappreciative. I
Cheap
think
both.
I think that usually, if that ever, I don't think that's ever happened to me. But I think if it does happen, it's because
They don't like
the
you.
staff don't like you.
but what if you're
Because
covering?
most
though, bro?
100%.
Absolutely.
But what if you're covering? Like what?
Exactly. They
what-
don't know you.
Yeah.
They might not like you, but they don't know
Oh,
you.
like
So
that's
they're
not
like,
my homie who's here every Thursday. I don't care
They
about
don't
him.
like
I don't
you,
even
that's
like
it.
his set. You pull up and you're like, "Hey, here's $5. I appreciate
Hey.
you gave me those chicken tenders," and she's just like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
"You ever had that happen to you?"
I hope those chicken tenders give you diarrhea.
Tenders.
So has your So the tabling question is: have you all ever had a tab eliminated from your job because of circumstances like that, or reduced?
Yeah.
Or reduced,
So one of my
or reduced?
venues in Tampa, they did that. So the gig pays pretty much it's $100 an hour.
Okay. Yeah,
So
standard.
it's $100 on standard. You don't have to bring. You just got to bring your DJ gear and a monitor. You plug into their system.
Okay.
But for me, driving from Orlando to cover that gig, it's not really worth it without the food to me, because it's going to cost me about $50 in gas to get to Tampa and back.
So you're looking at that as like it's a trade off.
It's a trade off. I look at it as a trade off because I'm going to put it in the fridge at the house in Tampa and take it back with me for the rest of the week. And it's a $50 tab. That place was a $50 tab too. And I don't go crazy. I don't do the whole $50. I'll do like an appetizer. I'll do like
I want 40 wings.
He does like $49.99.
no. I'll do like I'll get like mozzarella sticks.
How much was that ranch?
It's
50 cents?
it's all fried food. I do like mozzarella sticks, a burger and fries.
Man,
You know what I
bar
mean?
foods.
Just bar food. You know what I mean? Because most of the places I play at, they're not like high end restaurants. So like even like this place, I did a chicken quesadilla, meatball sliders, and some potato wedges.
But did they reduce your tab after a certain time?
Because
of whether it was you or somebody else?
Oh, they eliminated it
Completely.
Like this venue in Tampa completely eliminated
Did they
it.
tell you why they eliminated it?
They didn't tell us why they eliminated it.
The DJs just don't
It wasn't
get no more
it wasn't
food.
the manage. It wasn't
This
the
man
management
got way
that
too
told
many
us.
sliders.
It was our actually. You know what? My bad. So what ended up happening was I haven't played there in a while. So I had covered there back maybe October, November, and it's been a minute since I played there. It was October because it was literally year to date. Ironically, shoot.
We'll be right back after this
Refill
message.
drinks. Refill drinks.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at, bro.
Wait, is he pouring the shots? Because if he does, we may not be able to finish this podcast.
Gotta figure
That,
that out.
really?
Oh,
You lit already?
no, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I don't know.
All right.
I wasn't late.
I gotta
Huh?
figure out this whole. I gotta get an electrician.
Hey, pay your bill, man.
It's on auto.
Yeah, it's
bad.
it's one of the obviously
Motion sensor.
I'm good.
He just had to get up and wave his hands, bro.
Can you say put your hands up in your best EDM ways?
Put your hands where my eyes can see.
JT, I want to see what you put. I want to hear you say to put your fucking hands up. Just one time, Stevie Aoki style. We in the club right now. Go ahead. Tell the people. Say it out loud, baby.
Am I supposed to do it with the bottle of rum
Yeah,
partially
hell yeah.
in?
Hell yeah. Play
yeah.
the part.
Okay.
I'm ready. We ready.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't ever say the put your fucking hands up shit.
What do you say? What do you say?
My call
You're at Myth nightclub. First night. It's
My-
fucking packed.
my call sign is let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, man. That's so Calvin Harris.
That's my call sign is let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. No, but I emphasize the O's though, so it's different than Calvin Harris. So
okay.
slightly the same.
Let's go.
Mostly different.
Oh, you hit the echo on the mic.
No, I just echo myself.
Let me get your.
Yeah. But I sit at a table full of untalented human beings, bro. I just echo myself, bro. I don't need no effects, dog.
Let me just get the raw. Let me get the raw. Let's go right now. You know what I'm saying? In the
Pause.
room. No pause. No effects. You know what I'm saying?
No effects.
Yeah. Let me get that. Let me-
I'm gonna do you one better.
Dry.
I'll do
Yeah,
the.
yeah, go ahead.
dry.
Go ahead.
I'll do the-
I want to feel the energy on the dance
I'll
floor
do
right now.
the. I'll do the. Get your hands up.
Yeah,
I'll do the
okay.
get your hands
Yeah,
up.
this is what I'm waiting for right here.
What vocal vernacular would you like it in?
What were you talking about earlier? You said you use a certain.
Do I?
That's what you said, right?
I might.
Do it.
What
Do it.
is it from the gulping? Are we talking about from the gulping
Yes,
earlier?
do it. Do it.
Yeah, give it
From
up.
from this guy?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to point fingers. I'm not trying to point fingers, but like this guy?
It's not this camera.
Yo, he's at camera number 3.
The liquor got his volume going up now.
Dog.
He was so
Right.
quiet in the beginning. and
I know.
This
Now
man
the
said
volume
you
is
need
going
to
up.
speak up, and then he had to turn you down.
I
now.
got to turn you back
Turn you
down.
All right,
back down.
I mean,
Clipping
I blame Netix for that.
I think you're
for the
stalling.
gulping.
I think you're stalling. I gotta hear it.
Come on.
All right. If I'm stalling
Go for it.
and you think I'm stalling,
I want to hear it.
I'm gonna need you to get your fucking hands up.
Yeah.
I said get your fucking hands up. Get your hands up. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Episode 6. Wow.
Did you guys get moist?
A little bit.
Pause.
Yo.
Oh
okay.
my.
All right. So wait, what's the time? What's
Oh my
what's the
God.
time at that?
Oh,
what are we at?
I don't even know what we're at right
We're
now.
at
Don't
20,
know where
what's the
we're-
podcast say? Didn't it tell you 20 something?
It doesn't tell me on this side.
Ah,
I'm not
yes,
recording the video. It's recording over into the
Oh, okay.
camera.
All right,
Let's just
all right.
keep going.
We're just gonna keep going. We're
let's
good.
conclude the tip topic and we can move to the
So,
in-state
but
versus out-of-state.
But yeah, so basically, they got rid of our tab, and no one really said anything. I got to the gig, I asked for food. They were like, "Oh, just letting you know you got to pay for it now," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And then I put it in the group chat, like, "Yo, B, what's up with this?"
You said
Yo,
that, yo, B?
Like,
Yeah.
bro, that's the most.
Yeah.
That's the most.
Deny
Connecticut-
that tab.
Yeah, bro.
Well, no, because I'm
That's
in a
some
group.
Connecticut shit right there.
No, because I'm in a group chat full of DJs. It's the company that we
Yeah,
work
yeah.
for. So I'm like, "Hey, what's going on with our tab?" And they're
No,
like,
go
"Oh,
back.
we forgot to tell you."
You said yo, B.
Yo, B, what's up with my tab right now, bro? Why is it not $50 and why do I have to pay?
I wanted the
You know
food.
what I mean?
Yup,
Because
yup,
here's
yup,
the thing,
yup,
right?
yup.
Because here's the thing. At that venue, I would get food for myself. When I was living in Tampa, I'll get appetizer, food,
They
and
said
then I'll
three
get
courses. I want my
yeah,
three courses.
and then I also get my roommate food.
That's the reason why he got cut out of the $50.
No. It's still under $40. I always price it out. It's still under $40.
Yeah, but how often does roommate come hang out with you?
And eat.
The roommate's
And
a
eat.
DJ. He does the same thing.
But does
He
do-
plays there too.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, he plays there too.
Okay.
All right,
No,
so
he
they
plays
can't
there
treat him
too.
like that. If they know who he is, you know what I mean? That's
No,
not-
no. But here's the thing though, right? Because even at the venue that I played at Saturday, when I go and see our friends, they're always like, "Yo, just put the food on my tab." There's plenty of our friends that say, even you said, "Oh, put the food on the tab."
See, that's nice though. That's a luxury
Yeah,
Right.
But
afforded to
but I'm
you
taking
by-
it home.
And
though.
the GM is like, you know,
No.
He
But
eating,
said.
but his friends eating. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that happen, even though I shouldn't.
Not every venue is
Not
like
every
every
venue
venue's
is
like
gonna
that.
let
No.
that
But
that
here's
happen.
the thing. Well, I mean, how's that the difference if you were buying shots on your tab for people? What's the difference between food
you're going
and
alcohol. You're
shots?
gonna run up on $50 very quick
Yeah,
with
yeah.
shots.
You're gonna hit a lot quicker with some shots. But you give me a $50 food tab, I'm going to work.
Now, I can get appetizers for everybody. Completely
Jay-
different than 10 shots.
Jay, you had that happen to you?
I
The
got
same
you.
situation where they eliminate your tab or they because of whatever.
No. Quick question for you before we even go there. Have you ever had someone put their drinks on your tab before
Oh,
without you knowing?
What?
Absolutely.
Oh, that happens to all of us.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's happened to every single one of us.
That's
At
never
least
happened to me.
once.
Absolutely.
At least once.
No,
And
that's
then you
never
go at
happened
the end of
to
the
me.
night and they're like, hey, by the way, you have a tab. And I'm like, bro,
It's
I
happened
didn't,
multiple times, but
I
yeah,
didn't
at
drink.
least
I didn't
once.
drink tonight.
Yeah.
And they're like, well,
Or I
So-
only had 1 or 2 drinks, and then the tab is like 10 drinks deep.
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
no,
hold
see,
up.
So that's the thing.
That was me.
I never had that before.
My bad.
You put all your drinks on my tab?
No, I put it on Netix.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
That's why I served you that shot.
Swallow it.
But have you ever had a venue take away your tab before?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you though, it was more so because this particular venue, while I still service and manage it from afar, I'm not as I'm not as involved as I used to be. And I think that was kind of the problem because I was sort of like the voice of business and reason from the entertainment perspective.
Yeah.
And when I
Need
stepped,
more people like you.
yeah, I from me, I have a completely different perspective for DJing than a lot of folks because I've actually been on both sides of the bar. So I am a DJ, but there was a time where I was bartending and DJing. So like
Okay.
I've worked on both sides of that
okay.
bar. So it's real easy for me to like understand the numbers, to know exactly how much this stuff should cost a venue and what I'm actually paying for it kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it was easy for me to go have an actual like constructive business conversation with the venue that I was speaking with to be able to negotiate a tab or talk about a tab situation. And on this particular venue, when I pulled away from that position and put somebody else in to manage it, and I was more so there as support and like the district manager or whatever you want to. There's not a name for it. We don't have him here, but they did remove the tab. But what I did get them to do, because they did have what's known in the industry as a package license, which allows them to sell bottles to regular human beings off the street, I did get them to sell us for those that drank inside of the venue, because this particular venue didn't serve food, but they would sell us bottles at cost. So whatever it cost them to get the whole bottle in.
Okay. So if a bottle of Jameson costs $15 for them to get it in, then you get a bottle of Jameson. You get a $50. What you normally pay $50 for, you get it for $15.
Right.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
That's a deal. That's a deal.
Yeah. So I got us on a bottle thing, and they would put your name on it, and it would stay behind the bar, and they would do mixed drinks out of it for you. You could have friends drink out of it if you wanted to.
Yeah, because there was a venue in Tampa that was doing that, because they made all the DJs like buy the bottle, and that's your bottle, that your name's on that bottle. That bottle's only for you, and it was, I guess, per se cheaper on the DJ's end for sure, which is a smart idea. I never thought about that before. So, damn. Okay. All right. So I see when you're traveling a lot, you do a lot of emo nights. So what do you like to really play between the formats? Are you like to stay fully open format, or do you like your emo nights more? You like doing weddings more, corporate events more?
So to properly answer this question, I would need to kind of dig into like my history. Did we want to do that?
We can go right ahead.
Yeah, we could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we into that? Ricky, are you okay with that?
No.
He's looking at me with dead eyes right now. I don't.
Why? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Because this is only gonna make sense this is only gonna make sense.
I've actually always been curious as to like where your like whole like, because when people ask me, and you know this, when people ask me, I need a good like emo DJ or rock open format type of guy, I'm calling you first. So
yeah,
how did that? I'm interested. Yeah, I want to know how that came about.
All right, so obviously from the stuff that you read a little earlier, totally accurate. Started out in a skating rink, but previous to that, my family's actually been a bunch of musicians.
Okay.
And when I say musicians, I'm not talking about like people that play at like local pubs or whatever. Granted, my family members are not personally famous, but they played with famous people.
Okay.
Example, my mother was the next door neighbor of Ted Nugent. Don't know if you guys have heard of that dude before, because he was really popular in the 70s and 80s, and mid 90s or whatever. I played rock music, had a couple of bands that he played guitar for, but he would always bring mom food because he was a hunter. He's a hippie dude. Most people don't know that, but yeah, he would bring like that kind of stuff, food, whatever. And so my mom, at a young age, was super interested in like rock music. She listened to a lot of rock music, and her father was in a mariachi band. Because unbeknownst to me,
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a little Latin in you too, or you just?
I thought he just said like a metal
gringo,
band.
or what's going on?
This man hit us with the mariachi.
I look very gringo. I do. A lot of people don't know unless they see my sister or my brother, who have like more Latin features than I do. I am Latino.
Oh my God, it's Hostino.
Hostino. That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Change his name, yo.
Yep.
Oh.
My grandfather was in a mariachi band, and I spent time between two different types of grandparents, because my mother was working 3 jobs to put my dad through college, and my dad was in college, and both my mom and my dad played rock, blues, and country music as musicians in various different places. So as a young kid, I'm involved in Spanish music with my mom's side of the family, and I'm involved in soul, classical. My grandmother on my dad's side was the first lady that taught me how to swing dance. and big band music, if you're familiar with the genre. So like Brian Setzer Orchestra for those in the younger ages. But I was just, even at a young age, like I was being fed so much random music from random places, and I remember as a kid, like I don't remember listening to anything and being like, I don't really like this. This doesn't vibe with me. You know what I mean? Like I for whatever
Just
reason,
took it all in.
yeah, for whatever reason, like I was a sponge, man. I literally just brought it all in. And then my family moves down to Florida, and I'm a young kid, and one of the first places that my mom ends up getting a gig at is this place in Gainesville, which was like a little brew pub in downtown Gainesville.
Okay.
And the headliner there at the time, and this is no bullshit, you can look it up, Tom Petty.
Oh, snap.
And my mom was doing his opening sets, and he loved my mom.
Stepdaddy Petty.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, yeah, dude.
Whoa.
I'm just joking. I'm fucking around.
Wow.
I'm fucking around.
Whoa.
I'm fucking around.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. You know? I don't ever count anybody out. You know what I mean? We've all got skeletons in the closet, as they say.
BBL Ricky.
There you go.
Go ahead, brother.
But yeah, so this place was called Market Street Pub. It was in Gainesville, and my mom played with Tom Petty. I was a kid, you know. I didn't know who this dude was at the time because I was just young. But I was also one of those kids that my parents just took to the bar, you know, because they had a job and they didn't know what else to do with a kid.
Yeah, and at that time, that was normal.
It was totally normal,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
Today, very shunned upon. Somebody would whip you, frown upon.
Get that pow pow.
Terrible. Don't do it. For those of you parents out there, don't do it. Don't do it. It's bad.
Ooh.
Bad for you. Bad for you.
This has been Parenting Advice by JT.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never judge you for it because I feel like I turned out pretty good. I'm going to be honest. I'm not great, but I made it somehow.
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like my family's just been involved in
Everything music.
so many genres of music, man. And then when I got my first job at the skating rink, I was just a rink rat, bro.
So you always skated in the rink, basically. That's
100%.
And that's what I felt. That's what I've heard because I'm not from Florida. And I mean I know you're not from Florida, but you've been here longer than I am. You're basically a Floridian. But what I've learned that most Floridians that start typically in a skating rink DJing, they are already skating, and then their love for DJing evolved from skating, which I think is pretty cool. Because where I'm from, really skating now has gotten more of a thing, popularity now these past couple of years because of the pandemic, really.
Yeah.
But I was an inline skater. I can't do quads because I'll break a leg.
Oof.
So yeah, no, terrible. I was trying to be like at one point I literally thought that I could probably like inline skate like if I was like X Games because Connecticut.
Not the X Games, bro.
Yeah, yes, yeah, bro. I tried everything: BMX, inline skating, skateboarding, all that stuff. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. It is at least for most of the people that I know in Florida, skating rink starts. A lot of them, right? DJ Magic Mike, for example, one of the biggest names in DJing, especially in the state of Florida, started at a skating rink. Here in Orlando, as a matter of fact.
Sometimes he still does jam out.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And so being in that environment, that was actually the first time that I got introduced to top 40s because my parents at the time weren't listening to top 40s. I was listening to all of this Latin stuff, all of this like older rock, grunge. My dad had me listening to like Black Sabbath and Foghat and like all of these other like weird 70s like rock bands, which were like at the time classified as like metal. I mean, not Foghat. That's more of like they're kind of like a hippie band or whatever. But Black Sabbath back in like the 80s was like a metal band. You know what I mean?
Is that where you were playing that first gig at the skating center?
No, heck no, dude. No.
Because I'm curious to see like what you were playing. That if you came from that much, what did you drop that first gig?
So I didn't go straight into DJing.
You were already probably at the skating ring, and you knew already what was.
I had been frequenting that rink since I was a kid because when my parents were working, they worked in Gainesville, Florida, and that's where I spent most of my growing up years. Was in Gainesville, Florida. And they sent me to a daycare, and that daycare went to that rink 3 times a week, every week through the entirety of the duration of them being open. Wow. So I was there a lot, needless to say. And I'd put them little brownies on my feet because my family couldn't afford a pair of roller skates for me. And I would just cruise, man. And I fell and I busted my butt. I don't even know how many times, my guy. So many times. But it was top 40s music, man. I got introduced to like all of these like cool sounds that I'd never heard before at that time because I was listening to a bunch of classic stuff like from my parents. And it's not because my parents are not understanding, inclusive or open-minded. Yeah. It's just because they didn't know. They stuck to what they had. Like my dad had like a record collection, like 500-600 records, but it was all, you know, rock and what we today would classify as indie rock or even goth. My mom had a bunch of country and Latin music from her upbringing because her family is Latino and Latina, and her father got into country music when he moved into the United States.
Okay,
because he's from Mexico, but when he moved into the United States, like he wanted to really embrace the American culture, so he started teaching himself country music. So like, you know, he was in a mariachi band, but he could play old country classics, Merle Haggard, old school Hank Williams, like, you know, classic country music. He could do every single one of them on a guitar, no problem. And I got introduced to that stuff when I was little, but that's all that I knew at that time. And then getting into the skating rink, top 40s all the time. Every time I was in there, top 40s. And I loved everything that I heard at that point in time. You know what I mean? 80s were popping up. We had the new wave that was going on. Billy Idol, you know, like all of these different groups, bands, sounds, things that I was being introduced to. And then I ended up getting into in middle school. My family wanted me to pick up an instrument for the first time. And I was like, you know, I wasn't super interested in guitars or anything. I honestly really wanted to play drums when I was a kid. Like that was my thing. Do your arm waving thing, bro. I love this part. This is my favorite. Hey.
Moonshine?
And then, don't threaten me with a good time, bro. You're going to pour them. Get them out, man. We still got the cups out here, my guy.
I'm going
to have to move this table closer to the thing.
Just do it.
I'm thinking you moving would have picked it up, but it's like, it's not.
JT said to put your fucking hands up, and nobody did it.
That's true. That happened. But also, I feel like you probably didn't. Yeah, no, it fell flat. It fell flat. It fell flat.
No, it's a
saying,
yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Gotta let go.
We made it.
We made it.
But yeah, so you know, I from like moving through the 80s, I end up at the rink one day, right? And I'm literally a rink rat. And that term probably falls flat on a lot of people or short of an understanding. And a rink rat is basically just somebody who's like just at the rink all the time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if they own their own skates or not. They're just inside of that building, being a part of the culture the whole time. And that was me growing up. Literally me growing up.
Would you say that that rink rat culture is what exposed you to becoming an open format DJ?
100%.
Okay.
I would never argue that at all. I think that my family influence is what allowed me to broaden my ability to adapt to different cultures, different styles, and different genres of music. But in terms of like pure open format, bro, back in the like 80s and 90s when skating was like super booming, it was like the biggest thing to do on the weekends.
Because you were partying. I mean, I think because you're a part of the generation, and I'm not trying to age you, but you, the 80s generation, the Generation X, you guys had probably the best years because you guys got into the
Yeah,
80s,
decades, man.
the decades of music, and the DJs that are in your category of, I guess, age per se, but y'all have listened to so much that, like, I'll listen to a bunch of DJs that are older than me, and I'm like, damn, I forgot that song. Damn, I forgot that song. But you're gonna remember it because
they
grew up
lived
around
through
They
it.
lived
It wasn't
through it.
that you
Nah,
guys
he's
just
lived
listened
through
to it,
it.
because
Nah.
anybody can still listen to it, but it's different.
All of us can play
listening
throwbacks.
100%.
than living through it
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
feeling the emotions when you heard it, when you were doing
And
X,
that's where
Y,
you have
Z.
the upper hand.
Yeah.
So that's where
JT's
you have-
actually
100%.
experienced all
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
music. Like, he didn't just, like me, obviously, exposure through our parents is most likely how we get exposed through older music, right?
Yeah.
Or you just have a love for older music like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, my parents are the ones that exposed me to older music, disco, 80s, new waves, freestyle, right? I learned that through growing up with my parents. JT, while, you talk about your parents being a big influence on that, you actually, like, lived, experienced, probably went to a couple shows back in the 80s and 90s and things like that.
100%.
And that's kind of what's driven you to be such an open format, experience, musical wise type of guy.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is, to this day, is that the reason why I see you on so many emo bills?
So I got my first glimpse of emo when I was in Denver, Colorado. I was working with a radio program up there, KS 107.5, and I had a friend of mine, like, it was right time, right place, put me onto the right kind of people. They needed some folks to, like, open the show, if you will, for iHeartRadio in Red Rocks.
That's
And
major.
yeah,
That's not a light bill.
No,
Talking about it like you were playing in somebody's basement. Oh, Red Rocks,
yeah, yeah. But it was, I'd obviously heard a lot of these folks on the radio, but, like, actually being able to, like, be there and hang out, in the green room and stuff, have conversations, and, like, I can't explain to anybody how much different a live performance is from stuff that you hear in your car, on your cell phone, or in a
for
pair
sure.
of headphones. It is a completely different experience, and it's mind-opening. And I've not been a cut off type of person from certain types or genres of music. I've been open. I was a grungy skateboarder back in early high school days with long blonde hair and singing the Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins tunes. So for me, it was a very easy transition from that type and style of rock music into the emo music that I heard in 2010 to 2015.
Yeah.
And being there at that show and being able to have a conversation with Travis Barker and, like, some of the other folks that have been in emo bands back in the green room, and them talking about some of the bands that they listened to, and them putting me onto stuff. I didn't have Spotify back in the day, but we at that point in time, YouTube was the thing, and I sure as shit would look up every single band and song and stuff that they put me onto, and I developed an enjoyment for that style of music. And I didn't dig as deep as some of these super fans that I meet when I'm out at these shows, because, listen, I don't care what genre of music you play, there are no group of people that are more passionate about their music than the emo crowd. I will tell you that right
Yeah, they love their stuff.
now. They can tell you the dates that certain band members got married, divorced, ate their first piece of birthday cake, etc., etc. Like, they can go into deep detail about these bands, bro.
I don't know. They might have
Deep
somebody
detail.
on Bad Bunny.
No.
I'm just joking with you. I'm joking with you.
You're 100%.
Yeah. It's wild, bro, because, like, my understanding of, like, the emo scene, while I feel like it is really good and I feel like I am a professional, so to speak, some of these kids that I talk to, bro, that are younger than me, obviously.
Cult followers.
I'm not even I'm not joking, dude. Like some of these kids would be spitting off like facts and details that like I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
And it's just because like I didn't
They deep dived into it.
I didn't deep dive, bro.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of time. I can tell you the top 5 records on every single album that they've released. I can do that all day long. You know what I mean? And I can tell you the style in which it's played. I can in some cases tell you what key it's played in. But I don't know them deep details like some of these kids do, man. And a lot of these folks putting me in my place and make me feel like an idiot. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but they ain't
happens to the
DJing
best of
emo
us.
music though. They ain't DJing music.
But are you
No.
so now the term emo night has changed in a sense because it's not really emo music most of the time. A lot of it's like Sum 41, which I wouldn't consider emo.
Yeah.
You know, so how do you curate the night when you're doing the emo night? Are you playing Sum 41? Are you playing Evanescence? Are you going through like are you hitting specific, when you're playing out, do you play it out as you would play open format when you're looking at the crowd of the age demographic, or are you trying to see what sticks first and then you go through that?
So here's the trick, and this has been from my experience of doing emo shows and visiting emo shows as both a patron and a professional. It is the most important thing for you to do to understand the space that you are in, and being able to have that DJing background has, in my opinion, given me a leg up above a lot of other people in the industry that are doing these kind of shows,
Okay.
because they like what they like and they play what they play. And in those situations, I have been able to come in behind a lot of those guys and just do a much better job at capturing this profound experience from the audience.
For sure.
And a lot of it is because I'm not trying to force feed them these new records and whatever that I've found that I think are great. And it's not that they aren't great. It's just when people see emo night and they go to one of those shows, they're looking for very specific stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Niche.
They're looking for
Yeah,
very
yeah.
specific stuff. So even if you're just like, hey, you know, this is, and this has happened to me because I always try it out. I'm never afraid to try anything because, like, I've failed before. I understand what that feels like, and I'm okay failing. I'll throw something out there, and if it doesn't stick, dude, I just don't do it anymore. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal to me. So I like, just as an example, the last emo show that I did in South Carolina, there were a handful of, like, literal brand new tracks, like 2 weeks old, if that I took up there with me and played in front of that crowd. I thought they were great. They're good songs. They slap, in my opinion. Fell flat as shit on that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They're just standing there staring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what is this?
100%.
But I don't mean to cut you off, but I think what the problem is that our phones have to do a lot of that, because if they haven't heard it yet, like, remember at one point we always say like your favorite song in the club that we're already, because as DJs we break new music. That's part of our job. But if they haven't heard it on the radio, we're
supposed to.
supposed
Right.
to. Supposed to.
Yeah.
But here's the things that if they haven't got it on Spotify or TikTok or Instagram or social media, whatever, or because even hearing it on the radio yet, if it's not in the top 18 songs in the row or 20 songs or 40 songs in a row, they're like, yo, what is this? And then the next week, Rich Baby Daddy or $1 Million Baby is their favorite song, but you already played it because you already was given to 30 days beforehand. You know, it's like, it doesn't make sense because it's like,
It's how they get introduced to it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, because we were talking about markets earlier, right?
Yeah.
How you play multiple. So
Yeah.
do you feel like that's a streamlined experience? Like, let's say, yeah, you had South Carolina this week,
Oh, everywhere.
but
Yeah.
does that kind of happen when we're trying to introduce some new tracks, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I listen to this, it's viral, it's getting plays, it's getting maybe even getting radio play, right?
Yeah.
But not as much as like the mainstream stuff,
Yep.
right? The mainstream emo tracks or rock tracks that people are listening to.
Yeah.
Do you think it's different just because you were in South Carolina, then if you go to Texas, Daytona, wherever else you're playing, do you expect the same thing to happen? Or do you think it's just because of the market? Or you're like, yeah, no, this is just, it's pretty much all around the same shit.
So, I'm going to touch on both of your points in a as concisely as humanly possible.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. So, obviously, you know, coming up from where I came up from and having DJ'd for as long as I have 100% noticed a difference in the audience's participation in the nightlife experience. And what I mean by that is this. An audience back in the late 80s, mid 90s, early 90s, and even early 2000s would come to a venue with the idea that the DJ was going to play some shit they'd never heard before, and they were excited to hear it.
Yeah.
They wanted it to create this memorable moment. They wanted it to create this experience for them. They wanted to be able to tell their friends about this situation that they just had at this venue where it was great, and this song that was played, and they're humming it for days and weeks, and then
they talk about the DJ, and then they bring their friends back.
Yep, and then bam, at some point it drops, and they're like, "Oh shit, this is that song that I heard 8 months ago at this place," and blah blah blah. And that used to be the way that we ingested music, and that is no longer the case. In a lot of cases, a lot of the folks, regular ass people, get music before we do.
Yeah.
Because of how we have to legally obtain it to be able to play it for the public. And the public doesn't understand that process. And they'll come up and ask us for stuff that we can't find on record pools, we can't get legally. And while, yeah, sure, I can stream it from YouTube, but, like, you're taking a risk, bro. You're taking a risk at getting an audit. There could be some dude from a record label in there in that moment. And granted, this doesn't happen very often, but I will tell you this. I have at least 3 friends that I can think of off the top of my head that have been playing at venues, out, clubs and bars alike. They played something that they ripped off of YouTube that they didn't particularly like, but they knew the audience liked, and they didn't want to spend their money on it and support the artist. So they just got it from YouTube. And they were playing it. There happened to be somebody from the record label in there. They got audited. They got hit. Do you know what kind of fine that is, bro?
It's fat.
It's huge,
It's fat.
my guy. It's thick. It is a thick fine, bro.
With 2 C's.
It's fat.
Mini C's. Mini C's, especially if they decide to, that there's a request that they can put in for your entire library. And then you get hit for every song that you did not pick up legally to be played inside of that venue. And it doesn't matter if they have all of the accreditations and they're paying into the record labels, because they are not the ones playing the music, you are. And in that moment, you're responsible. And they've 100%, bro, they've been, and they had to hang up their DJ career, bro. They couldn't afford to pay back $80,000 in fines.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, and
That's
this is a situation that we face on
Yeah.
our end. This is a very real scenario that we face on our end. And because of how music is ingested these days, people today don't go to venues anymore expecting to hear new stuff. They already know what's new, and they expect you to play it. Period. Exclamation point. And that brings me, you know, of course, to your point. You know, that's a lot of the reason why, like, you know, you can't, if there's new shit that hasn't made it to TikTok or anything like that yet, like, it's not going to go off the same. And that's why still to this day, most of the older music is still slapping harder than the new stuff. And even when the new stuff comes out and gets really popular, it only stays around for a couple.
Yeah,
it doesn't last long.
Yeah,
It's all trends. It's all trends.
100%.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel that.
Well, speaking of trends, fellas, before we get out of here,
Yeah. One of
we
my
got some
favorite
chart
parts.
talking.
What you got? What charts you got today, Jez?
I got the TikTok charts because you just talked about TikTok.
Dude.
And
He's laughing already. He's like, oh, fucking
and
great.
this is a little segment that we do here,
Yeah.
Courtesy of BBL Ricky.
Woo! My guy. My guy.
BBL.
He's DJing my wedding too, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's
I'm
DJing
doing the
my
after
wedding.
party.
I am. Fun fact.
Cheers,
I am
sir.
DJing his wedding, so that'll be a good time. It'll be a good time.
Salute.
Cheers, guys.
Salute, gentlemen. But
Yeah.
$1 Million Baby is number one.
I love
slapping.
that song.
Still slapping.
I love that song, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I've really, honestly, funny
I
fact.
still haven't downloaded it.
I didn't know about the song like that until the last episode that we did with Adam Wells,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, Million, that song's all over the place, but I don't really know about. Man, in that time frame from the last episode to now,
Yeah. 2
that
weeks
track,
ago.
yeah, that is all over my library now,
I got you.
all over.
That was better. It was less gulping.
Well, like you said, your boy Shabuzi, a bar song, is at number 3. Last week was at number 4.
Fun song.
It's actually a pretty fun song.
Yeah.
It's a fun.
Yeah.
It's a good country
It's a
drinking
good
song.
country. Yeah,
I
it's
like
a good
it. I
country
like
drinking
it.
song.
I like it.
And then Not Like Us by Kendrick was at 9, and now it's at number 4 because that's just popping off real quick.
All right.
It's the beef more so than it is the track.
Do you
I
think
can't
it's
even
gonna
say it's
die
just the
out?
beef
You
though. I think
gonna die
it's
out
the beat.
soon?
For me, it's the beat. I can care less of what he says.
He brought Mustard back. If you remember, Mustard
Yeah.
been kind of
dude,
quiet.
He was
bro.
on everything, bro.
Been kind of quiet. So I'm just saying that.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that beat and put Taylor Swift on it.
I bet you won't.
I bet you won't.
I will. I'll do it on Sunday.
All right.
Is that
You better
brunch?
record that.
Are you gonna do? Are you gonna
stem
stem it, or are you gonna
I'm gonna stem
actually?
it. No, I'm gonna stem it.
I want to hear
record it?
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna record it.
All right.
I got you. I
All
got
right.
it.
Cool. All
Yeah,
right.
we'll do it for the people.
All right. Next episode. Yeah,
Bet.
for the people.
Edits. Edits.
You know, they got future type ish, fried. Man, I mean, this stuff is a lot of new stuff. Billie Eilish, Blue. At
So these are
13.
TikTok charts.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm
charts,
very
yeah.
surprised to see
Everything
like
is
actual
up.
artists.
Yeah, this is actually really good. It's not like it was in the
The
beginning. when we
last
started doing it.
episode was really, really bad with these TikTok tracks.
Yeah, it was not really that good. Yeah, what y'all got going on?
All right. Top 50 USA Spotify charts. Not Like Us still holding strong at number 1, which is crazy. $1 Million Baby at number 2. Country lately has been really, really popping off.
Is it Luke Combs or Morgan Wallen?
Morgan Wallen.
It's one of the two.
Which is crazy because
Or Jelly Roll.
It's I had some help. It's a Post Malone song, but Morgan Wallen's in that song. I mean,
Yeah.
so you already know.
And I'm surprised that's not on the TikTok one.
Bill,
Because nobody's it's a slower track.
It's a
you
slower
know?
track, but
You're not
actually,
really doing TikTok tracks.
there's
like
actually on few of the record pools, they got a few remixes there. I actually got to play last week, and I was like, okay.
that. Are
Yeah,
you
but-
playing? Are you playing any? This goes all three. Are you playing any dance remixes to this? We ain't gonna talk about this episode, but EDM. I know y'all know about that, but
What?
all right, you don't know about EDM? We're gonna have to save that for the next episode.
EDM?
It's called EDM. You guys really don't know about this.
No.
I mean, I
We know more about AI than
I know you've heard about EDM.
I do.
They had a whole stage at EDC Las Vegas
Yeah.
dedicated to EDM.
Yeah.
Which
is it Yeezy?
no,
No.
it's country EDM
Yes.
fused together.
yeah.
Oh, why is
so
it
was
called
it just like
EDM?
remixes being
It's
played
coming
in
out of
the stage?
Nashville. It's coming out of
No.
Nashville. It's really big in Nashville right
No,
now.
it's an actual genre of people making.
It's
It's an actual genre.
Actual
yeah.
genre of music.
100%.
And it's what's I
Yeah.
feel like that's what's fueling all these man, yo.
All right, we're
Somebody
doing a
call
hand
me.
clap. Don't worry about it. Netix did it, bro.
He did it.
Get your fucking hands up.
Oh, yeah.
EDM.
EDM. All right.
Every time the lights come off, you gotta take a shot.
I definitely
For
just,
another
I
one?
definitely just, I just
did
did
that.
that. My face is warm. Let's see, Birds of a Feather. Number 4, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, which is a very big pop track. I'm
Yeah.
playing it.
Well, have you? So
I'm not playing the original.
So I haven't played the original, but I've been seeing a lot of her her stories are coming up from her performance because everywhere she goes, she changes the wording of the song. Everywhere,
I heard about this. I
Yeah,
don't understand the whole point
everywhere
of
she
that.
goes, she changes it. So now, the latest one is her doing innuendos of BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not really
it's-
sure why all that's going on. but,
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
I don't.
More
I don't
power
ask
to her.
I don't
Hey,
ask questions.
more power to her.
I don't
I'm all
ask
for it.
questions.
Whatever she wants.
Let's see. A lot of similarities to TikTok charts for the first time. Number 8 different. Zach Bryan, Pink Skies. All right.
Country.
Yep. Number 10, Too Sweet, Hosier. We talked about that last episode. Fortnite. Number 12, Good Luck Babe. I don't know this song. Good Luck Babe by Chappelle Roan. Does anybody know this song?
Not familiar.
Nope.
That's number 14 and it's trending up right now.
I'm the filling guy.
I've never heard that song.
I'm the filling guy.
Um,
just do my
Stick-
job and get out.
Sixth Season by Noah Kahan.
You're going deep
going
below
too
the.
These are
Yeah.
top 20.
Yeah.
These are top
Yeah,
20.
you're
Let's,
going
let's stick
too
to the
deep.
top 10. I'll
I'm
get
just saying these are top 20s. Like that after 20
What
it
you
doesn't
got over
matter.
there, Netix?
Billboard Hot 100, right? Number 1, I had some help. Post
Yeah.
Malone.
Well, Post Malone's number 1. So it's
Number
not
1,
Kendrick.
I had some help. Kendrick is number 2.
Okay. All right.
Not like us. Number 3, $1 Million Baby. Number 4, A Bar Song. Number 5, Lunch, Billie Eilish. Number 6 is Espresso.
Yep.
Number 7, Lose Control. Teddy Swims. Number 8.
Wait, still?
Yeah, number
Yeah,
7.
he's up in
It's
there,
going
man.
down. It went down.
It went down.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Hold it
number
down,
8.
baby.
Number 8, Beautiful Things. Also went down. Too Sweet.
Well, I got a
Number 9.
EDM version of that Teddy Swims.
The TSO one?
The
think,
Lose
yeah.
Control.
That's not really EDM.
Oh, okay. Never
Teddy
mind.
Swims considered R&B, bro.
You know, now that
He's
you know,
soulful. He's soulful white boy.
And number 10, Fortnite. But yeah, continue.
since we're talking about like charts, right? I had a friend one time that I say friend, but like I recently, like he's one of like my DJs that like I book and put on stuff, kind of thing, mentored, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And when he first got into the game, and like I, put him on the path, he literally just would make sure that he had every single song that
on
was-
like a Beatport list?
Yeah.
Or like a Billboard list?
yeah, on the Billboard list. And the thing that, the only piece of advice that I can give to anybody is do not expect that those things being on that list are going to
Okay,
pop
get
off
reactions,
at
yeah.
every venue that you
Yep,
play
yep,
at.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I got.
That's not a
yes.
thing.
I got
Yeah.
a
Not a
100%.
I got a homie that he has like an 8 terabyte hard drive filled, and he was actually the DJ that did the wedding when I was up in Connecticut.
8 terabytes?
Yeah, and
That's a
it's
lot.
and it is,
Sure, that's
And on top
that's-
of it-
that's
or it's like it might be 4, whatever. Either it's full. The whole thing is full.
I got
Four.
I got 4 terabytes, and I feel like I'm a hoarder. Bro.
Yeah, I was
I'm gonna
about to
be
say the same
honest.
thing.
Well,
I
here's
got
my thing.
4.
My
That's
laptop,
crazy.
my laptop is 8 terabytes, and yes, it's an overkill, but for the price,
1 terabyte for me
for
is
what
too
I-
much. I have the backup. It's like 4 or 5.
yeah.
like,
Well,
sure.
again, my laptop
All y'all
for what I,
supporters.
4 is what I take
no,
with
no.
me.
Listen, for what I paid for my laptop, you would have bought it the laptop too. But here's the thing: is that it's not full. I only got 2 terabytes in the thing. But with the one thing that I try to explain to people is that with Serato, if you load too much into it,
Yeah.
it will slow down to catch up.
Yep.
And if you're not going through
8
all,
terabytes of music. That's wild.
going through all your music, the doubles, the triples, the quadruples, I mean,
Talking about Serato, have you guys ever had, like, for example, let's say that you have your library. If it's internal, cool. If it's external, then that's a little bit different. But let's say that you have something internally, right? And this, I guess this might kind of go into the tips, right? If you have internally, and then let's say you plug in a drive, you're going through a couple
Internal.
songs, but then you take it off. Have you guys noticed that it opens up all of your crates, like instead of just having like one if you have sub crates under your crates,
Yep.
it opens everything up, and then depending on how many crates you have, it's not necessarily, I don't think it has to do with the how much music you have, but if you have a lot of sub crates and it opens all of them up and you go all the way to the bottom, like it freezes up, like you can't really like go through them. You
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
close a lot of them
because
up.
you're not supposed to. Yeah, well, because here's the thing: is
But
that
it does it automatically. Like if you unplug it and then your
'Cause you're not
original
supposed to do that.
internal. No. I'm not saying like if you unplug it incorrectly. Like I'm talking about like
no.
if you close it, you eject it correctly, and then you open up Serato again. Like it leaves everything up open. So I don't know. Maybe some other DJs out there is going through that and they're wondering why when you're trying to click on a crate it doesn't happen. Yeah,
I say
close
we
your
say-
crates up.
I say we say that for tips. That's a good subject.
That's why I kind of wanted to bring it up. Just a quick little tip for everybody, because
Well-
like, you can close up. Like it's happened to me that you go all the way to the bottom or wherever you're trying to go to, and it doesn't let you unless you close up a lot of those sub crates or main
Yeah,
crates.
well, the reason why is because your screen size. So
Really?
yeah. So your
I have a
so the,
16.
that doesn't matter. Your resolution too. So it has to do with your screen size and your resolution. So the way that your resolution with your computer, the way that it sees Serato, when you have so many, like that's why organization is so key with your Serato.
Yeah.
Because when you have multiple subcrates, like I know DJs who have, like it'll say 2010, and it'll be like pop, rock,
Right.
emo, R&B, hip hop.
And then let's say
rap.
on a hip hop, you have like X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Yeah.
When you start doing that even more, you start, I guess, dumping down Serato to the point that it's not going to catch up in the resolution state. So I typically tell DJs to consolidate what they're doing and organize it better so you're not overloading your laptop. Because when you get the wheel of death while it's doing
Not
that,
the wheel of
No, I
death.
mean I don't get that. Like what's been happening is like I would try to click anywhere at the bottom crates,
yeah,
and it just wouldn't go into it. No
because there's
wheel,
probably
no
too
nothing.
much already open.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where
Yeah,
you need to
'cause
close,
It's
and then
because
you
of your resolution.
Yes.
It's really because of it's your screen size and your resolution. Because you have a 16, right?
Mhm.
It's the same thing because I have a 16 too. Because it's your resolution state of how much Serato is going to take with your
Right.
computer. Unfortunately, because I mean it can
I
happen
could
even.
see it. I could see
Yeah.
it, but once you try to click on
Yeah.
it,
And then also it also has to do if you have anything else open. So you ever notice when you have files and browse
oh
open,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you can't do certain things,
Yep.
you have to have everything. Typically, the best time I tell people if you need to get into a certain crate and you can't get down there, to go back to the library mode. So it's just the two
Mhm.
dials, and you'll see your full library.
Yeah.
Once you're in library mode.
And that's what I mean. Like usually when you have a library already set up, like and without the whole connecting on external, and then it
not
adds
that.
everything.
No,
up.
no, not
right.
that mode. No, no. When
'Cause-
you're in
no, I get
Serato-
what you're saying about the library mode.
No. So I'm not talking about the pre-mode. I'm talking about when you are DJing. You
Right.
can switch from vertical to stack
And you just
to
have
horizontal.
yes.
But it's just the library. Now you're able to see the whole entire thing.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like, usually if I don't connect an external and it doesn't expand everything else, like it literally just spreads it up open.
Yeah.
Like if I just keep my library normal, like I have no issues. I have everything that I need opened up, whatever I don't.
Another thing that might happen is that if you plug in your external hard drive
Mhm.
and you had put songs in your external hard drive into those specific crates,
That's where
it's gonna load that into there too. And then
Yeah.
once you
Oh,
remove
100
it,
yeah.
so that's where I try to explain to people that because I had a DJ a couple of weeks ago hit me up about why they were missing songs, and I'm like, well, you have to understand that you're telling the computer what to do.
Right.
So if you have folder A and you have folder B and folder C, and you tell Serato Shabuzi is an A, but then you move Shabuzi from A to C, and then you don't tell Serato that you moved it to C.
Not Shabuzi.
I'm just saying.
No.
Conclusion.
It'll be yellow. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
Also,
Do
all
you
of the,
use my bad for interrupting you.
What?
Do you use mainly internally or external?
both.
When depending on the occasion?
Yep,
Okay, what about you?
I have both.
I'm all internal.
Okay, what about you?
Both.
But I'm different from all three of you guys, and I'm the minority in the DJ populace.
You got videos.
What do you mean?
What?
You got videos?
No, no,
I was a
no.
guest. I was just a guest.
Why would you
That's
what?
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 Why
What?
are you the minority of the
Who?
Because I use the fucking PC and fuck Mac.
Oh, what the?
Whoa!
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
You get a double shot.
I'm just saying,
Wow,
bro. I got a
Wow.
Mac. I got a MacBook Pro at home. Got one at home.
We gotta
I'll
end
take
this. We
pictures
gotta
of that
end
shit
this
and send it
episode.
in.
There's
Don't tell
violence.
don't tell me you're like two
No,
of my
he's-
Tampa friends that use Alienware.
No, I don't have an Alienware,
Okay.
but I
No,
do.
He has
I,
an Asus.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He has
It-
Asus. I played.
Aces?
Yeah, I played on it. He can't do stems.
I can do stems.
No,
I
he
can do
can't.
stems.
No,
That
don't
thing,
lie.
that thing was suffering.
Oh,
That's
It was suffering.
The record
you would click it.
That day
like
I played with
30
them,
seconds later, that's when you see it.
Listen,
Bites.
that night I played with y'all at the on the rooftop.
Yeah,
Your computer was struggling to play stems.
I've never had issues with it when I do stems.
So when you do stems, automatically it's like taken out
Immediately.
No.
visually too.
No.
That's
There-
why
there
Apple's
is a
better.
there is a delay.
Can you add
There is a delay.
the
See, and that's the
Windows
thing.
sound when it freezes? Doom.
See, that's the thing. So see,
No, it doesn't
'cause
do
he
that. It doesn't
he
do that.
took it. So what he does, because he has stems enabled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's using the stems folder, most likely.
Oh, well,
I
yeah. If
turned
you
on-
have the stems for.
I
If you have
turned-
No. I don't use the stems folder.
So it does take a little. It has to take a little bit.
It just takes a little bit.
Like
Yeah, that's still
over
struggling.
5 seconds.
I
right?
want-
No, not 5
3.
seconds.
No,
Not even
4.
It
No.
was 15.
It can be 2.
It
We
was
can science this right now.
Come on,
I'm
it
not
can be
trying
2.
this right now.
I brought it. We
I'm
can
trying to get
science
some
it
hot pot
now.
right now.
It's not that long.
We trying to get some food.
10 seconds later.
Next time, next time BBL Ricky will show up on time. So,
Not the windows.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, we want to thank you for coming out today for this episode 6 here at Just a Dip. Just a Tip.
Just
DJ.
a dip.
Just the dip now, Harvey.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Just the Tip DJ
Yeah.
podcast.
I
Tell the
hear.
people what you got going on. Give them your social media, all that stuff. We know you're getting married, but tell them everything you got
that's
going
I
on.
can't wait for that. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I am in fact getting married October 20th.
Woo!
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. I guess I'll be there.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten an invite.
Ricky's doing the wedding. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. It's not because I don't love you.
You
It's
don't
not
want
because,
the moonshine, bro.
it's not because I don't love you.
I get it.
This is gonna sound a little bad on my part, but I'm okay
It's
sounding
okay.
like an idiot because I don't actually have self-esteem. So this is my second marriage, and because it is my fiance's first marriage, I gave her priority over the list.
So let her handle it.
Totally.
Let her handle it.
100%.
it.
So like literally, we
Well, I get a +1, so
yeah.
you could be my +1.
So and honestly, the only reason the only reason why I was able to
Thanks, baby.
finagle Dez's invitation at the early invitation. I say early invitation. I'll explain this in a second. It is because I don't want him